So I've been sexually assaulted. I've been raped. I'm adopted. I got to figure out my birth mother, and she was very mean when I was trying to talk to her. A lot of drug issues, about just getting into a lot of drugs, almost overdosing, bullying, mainly just growing up and then constantly being severely bullied to the point where I didn't want to be alive anymore. And then I started getting into drugs, and that was a whole different thing. And I guess that was the problem with me, was that I tried to please everybody, but I couldn't please anybody because I was the odd one out, especially for being adopted. Like, you're always gonna be the odd one out. And then you try to overcompensate, and nobody likes that. And it was very hard for me to fit in. Like, I never fit into school.
Just trying to find where you can attach yourself and
Yeah.
feel right.
And then I wasn't even me. Like, I would hang out with one group, and then I was somebody completely else than actually who I was. But the most traumatic was just for me being sexually assaulted, and the adoption was very hard, because it's like you don't even know who you are anymore, and then you don't feel loved.
It is a loss of your parents, or a loss of mother,
Yeah.
even though you may have a mother figure.
It's like it's just like it never felt the same, because it's like I wasn't wanted, and I grew up that way. I was like, I'm never wanted, so why would anybody want me? And then I just started getting into like horrible relationships, abusive relationships, and it was never good. Nothing was good. And I just kind of focused on the negative of everything, even though I was so happy. I was involved with dark, negative energy, and that really put a spin on my life.
So it sounds like you were dealing with all kinds of stuff, and it was affecting all your relationships. Like, you want to talk a little more about that? Like,
yeah. So my dad at the time was very sick. I put him through so much stress to the point where he was about either to have a mental breakdown or something bad was going to happen. My brother was constantly fighting with my parents, and I wasn't even home. I would just run away. I was going out, just doing things that I wanted to do. My mom and I would fight every single day. I wouldn't even talk to her. It was just a point to where I couldn't even come home and feel okay. And then outside of home, I didn't have any relationships. Like, I'd had very chaotic friendships, very chaotic relationships. Nothing worked. I was just alone, and I was hurting.